Hello friends, Koolio here and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're checking out the official English release for one of my most anticipated mobile MMORPGs, Blade and Soul Revolution. Now this is currently only available in certain Asian countries, so this is not a global launch like I initially thought it was going to be. This is just for a couple of certain Southeast Asian countries, but you do not need a VPN to play the game, and the entire game is translated into English with English voiceover. And so if you're wanting to jump into the game, I will have some download links down below for you guys to go ahead and check it out. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, a like would be super appreciated, and also make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new here to stay up to date in the latest in mobile gaming. Now, with all of that intro rant out of the way, let's talk about BNS, Blade and Soul Revolution. Now, I honestly think this is the closest we've ever gotten to a PC-like experience on the mobile platform in terms of graphic fidelity. Now, I do think like games like Dragon Raja look better than this game. This game does look really, really good. And the only reason why I say this is like one of those examples of like how close we're actually getting to playing a PC-like experience on a mobile device is because this game looks almost exactly like the PC version, just kind of scrunched down in certain areas. Like certain areas may not be as large as the PC version of the game, but dang, it is really, really close. Now, I'm not going to go through and do like the basic questing that you see in other games. What we're going to do first to kind of show you guys the actual gameplay is we're going to jump into a daily dungeon. Now, the daily dungeons unlock at level 30, and they have stage 1, which is like the basic difficulty, and you can kind of go up and see different stages all the way up to stage, what is it? Like it's way up there, stage 20. So you can kind of go into these, and depending on how strong you are, you can take on the dungeons solo by yourself. Now, I would go through one of the Hong Moon dungeons, which unlocks at like level 20, but for some reason, like no one else in the entire game is playing the Hong Moon dungeon right now, which is like the first dungeon that you play in the game, first kind of group dungeon. So I'm not even going to kind of worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and just jump in so I can show you guys a different kind of gameplay experience than you're probably going to see in other videos. Most videos are probably going to be like the starting experience. I kind of want to show you guys what it looks like once you get to like I'm level 38 in this game. I try to push myself farther in this version than I did in the Korean version that I played. Now, if you're looking for an MMO that really kind of stands out from the rest on like the mobile device, this may not be that one because it is an autoplay game, and a lot of stuff in this game is autoplay. It's more of a red dot simulator. There's gonna be a bunch of red dots all over the screen, upgrading skills, upgrading your pets, unlocking achievements and missions and stuff like that. And so it doesn't really stand out in terms of like manual gameplay, but for a mobile MMO that's autoplay, it's probably one of the best currently out there right now. I definitely think this is a really, really good game. I've been enjoying my time with it, despite the fact that it is autoplay, and I think the reason why I've been enjoying it so far is there is a lot of content in this game, like a ridiculous amount of stuff to do. Not only do you have like your main quests, you have side quests, you have field bosses, you've got PvP, you've got faction wars, you've got 1v1, 2v2. It is ridiculous, like all the different stuff that you can do in this game. Like it's going to keep you busy. I've been playing it for most of the day today. I'm around level 38. I wanted to try to push myself farther than I did on my first count when I played on the Korean version, which I got to around like level 31. I pushed myself up to level 38. And now that I can actually understand what's going on, it's been a much better experience so far. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in and take down this boss. I haven't done anything. My characters have been doing most of the stuff. Now, I do want to comment on the combat system in this game, because if you are deciding on jumping in and doing PvP and faction wars and high-end raids and dungeons, you're not going to rely on autoplay. Sure, if you're overpowered or if you've got really good stats and everything like that, and you've got really good teammates, you may be able to just jump on and do autoplay and get through a lot of like the high-end content. But when it comes to like even PvP, you're going to need to know what your character does, because the PvP in this game is ridiculous. There are like little instances where the game kind of teaches you how to play your character, and I highly recommend you pay attention to those. Like they're like these little quick time events that you can participate in, and it basically teaches you what all of your different abilities do. And trust me, you're going to want to know those, because once you kind of start getting into PvP, high-end raids and stuff like that, you're going to want to know how your character actually plays, and you're going to want to know all the different skill combos. Now, I do want to show you guys something real quick, and I believe it's in the Hong Moon training area. We're going to jump over to that. Oh, hold on. We have to leave the dungeon real quick. So let's go ahead and leave the dungeon. Exit the dungeon, head back to the main world. So that's kind of what a dungeon looks like, at least that level 30 solo dungeon I was able to kind of jump into real quick. We are going to now jump into the Hongmoon training area. We're not going to jump into the arena or any other raids and stuff like that. I just want to show you guys something that's really, really interesting with the game, specifically its combat system. Because again, even though the game is an auto-play game, you're going to want to eventually learn how to play your character's skills manually. And you can do that in the Hongmoon training area. So if we go ahead and hit begin training, it teaches me up on the top how to activate certain abilities in a row, and you get special combos and stuff like that. So I was able to succeed that one. Let's go ahead and do it again. And so we have to make sure we're activating the right skills. Hit this one, that one, and that one. And it has different effects, different combos and things like that. So you are going to want to kind of jump into this and pay attention. I think it's a really, really in-depth combo system with this game. And I ended up messing up. So what did I end up failing? Let's go ahead and try that again. So this one. There we go. Success. So I was able to knock off that combo. So I really do like the combat in this game once you actually have a chance to play it. And once you actually have it's such an in-depth combo system, it's ridiculous. Like how intense the PvP and endgame content is going to be for this game if you're okay getting through a lot of that manual gameplay. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and show you guys next is going to be the crafting system in this game. I think this is another big highlight. When you're going into the game, there's a whole bunch of different stuff that you can do when you're crafting weapons and armor and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and take just this basic sword that I have right here. We're going to go ahead and register it. Now you need weapon enhancement stones. We're going to go ahead. The first 5 enhancements, you have a 100% chance at completing the enhancements. And you can see it increases your overall stats for that specific weapon. Now, I have a 66% chance at succeeding at getting it to a +6. However, if I fail, I decrease its durability by 1. Now, certain items have stronger durability than others. So let's go ahead and do this and see if I actually end up succeeding. Enhancement failed. So I didn't lose it. I still have the weapon. However, the weapon will be damaged upon enhancement failure. So if I go ahead and do it again, if I end up failing, enhancement success. Okay, let's go ahead and keep doing it. I kind of want to show you guys what I mean by it actually failing. So unless I end up getting really, really lucky. So enhancement failed, nothing happened. So there's a chance that it will actually end up breaking my weapon. So keep that in mind. It's a little bit dangerous. There's a little bit of RNG involved, and it's all about you wanting to take the risk to make your weapon stronger than it is before. Now, another really cool system that this game has is sort of like a randomized trait reforging system, and I love this system. I think it's so cool. So let's go ahead and use this one. Now, I have forge stones, and then I've got, I believe these ones are fixed forge stones. So basically how this works is you have all these different stats down here that you see where I'm tapping: critical defense, threat, and attack power. Now what I can do is I can use my, what are they called? Forge stones to reforge the item. Wow, are you freaking kidding me? So I got a legendary critical defense. So if I wanted to, if you have the fixed stones, you can actually go ahead and fix that. That way it won't be removed the next time you decide to do it. So we're gonna go ahead and actually fix both of these. It's going to cost me 2 fixed forge stones. And then I could go ahead and reforge it. Now I'm not gonna do it because the fixed forge stones are actually kind of rare, and I'm gonna save those for my other weapons. So I'm not going to do it on this one. I'm actually really surprised I end up getting a legendary stat on this weapon. So that's actually kind of ridiculous. So another thing you can do too, the weapon doesn't, this game doesn't have armor. If you've ever played the original Blade and Soul, the game doesn't have armor. All the cosmetics and stuff you get through either completing dungeons and getting the necessary crafting materials to craft the specific wardrobe pieces yourself, or you can spend money in the cash shop to get them. So the armor system comes into play with these specific soul shields. Now, each of them have their own specific set, and if you collect the whole set, you get special bonuses and stuff like that. So the Hajun set, I think I'm missing basically everything. Right now, I think in the game, if you jump in, they're giving out the Hajun set for free, as you play through and level it up. But there are specific materials that you can do to upgrade them. However, it costs a lot of silver to do it. So I'm not gonna do it in this video. I am still kind of going through and saving it up. The last thing I wanna show with you guys, now I'm not gonna go through this one yet because I don't have any broken pieces, but you can restore durability on certain items. But you can go through, you can select other items, you can reforge them and collect back some of the materials that you ended up using to get those pieces. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, break down everything, and confirm. There we go. So we salvaged all those pieces. So that's the basic enhancement system in the game. That's where you're gonna be spending a lot of time kind of getting your character upgraded. There's the general store over here where you can go through, you can craft a lot of different things. Like I said, you can also craft outfits. a lot of these things that you're going to get, a lot of these legendary outfits, if I were to go through and preview, like the Obsidian Serpent, if I go and preview it, that's what it looks like on my character. It looks amazing. I'm going to have to go and collect all of these things, which I believe you get most of them through a lot of like, you can take them down in field bosses, raids, heroic dungeons. And so there is a lot of way to go through and get a lot of these wardrobe items if you want to spend the time grinding for them and then crafting them. However, if you don't want to do that, you can just spend money and buy some cosmetics in the game itself. There you guys go, Blade and Soul Revolution. It's honestly, I think it's a really good mobile MMORPG. I want to emphasize that, mobile MMORPG, because yes, it is an autoplay game. You're going to be spending most of your time just kind of watching your character and doing things, you know, just kind of seeing them do all the combat and stuff. But if you actually pay attention to what's kind of happening in the game, there's a lot of stuff to do. Field bosses, events, PvP. There's a lot of fun things that you can do and experience in this game. There you guys go, Blade and Soul Revolutions. I've been enjoying it. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the game if you guys have been playing it so far. And again, if you guys enjoyed today's video, want to see more videos, maybe even on Blade and Soul Revolution, let me know down below in the comments, leave a like, and hit the subscribe button. Okay, friends, my name's Koolio. I'll see you next time.